How do you see the viewer versus chatter ratio that in the past used to show? Yeah, he has 7,000 subs with 61,000 people watching. I have 49,000 subs with 43,000 people watching. And you can always look at chatters as well. Bro, what the fuck are you doing? Multiple times recently, Asmon has refused to comment on you, and here you are. Refused to comment on me. You know we can see your chats in his stream, right? Where he's like very clearly talking every day. The sub numbers are the most damaging. Yeah, he has like 6K subs or something. He's talking about me right now, probably. Let's see, randomly clicking.
He's got, yeah, exactly. And what is this here? How much do you want to bet that she watches streams? I don't know if she did or not. And wait till you surpass his follower count again. And the funniest thing about me viewbotting, right? This is the other thing too. I'll see if he is doing it today or not.
Doing it today?
So...
Doing it today. Doing it any day.
Guys.
What is this?
What? What's this?
What is this show?
Oh no. Oh no.
Wait, what is this show?
Oh. What's this? Oh no.
Wait, I'm confused. What is he? Yeah, I get fucking, I get follower botted all the time. What?
He's also not accountable for doing this. Keep this in mind. He's not accountable for this. I'm not blaming Hasan on this. But the idea that you're going to go around and constantly delegitimize and accuse me of viewbotting when your channel is getting follower botted, I don't know if your channel is getting viewbotted or not. I have no idea. I would never accuse somebody of that. His channel doesn't look like it's being viewbotted. But what I will say is that it's absolutely
it doesn't look like it's getting viewbotted.
It is. It's undeniable.
Well, yours does.
This is happening. Look at this.
Where yours does, though. Yeah, we fucking purge bots regularly. He knew I would come in. Whoa, follower botted.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, we'll look at this here in a minute. And so we got one more. Ooh.
He does this every time.
He's being follow botted.
He knows he's getting botted.
He is. He's being follow botted. This is undeniable.
Yes. I have a lot of fucking Nazi freaks that try to hate raid. That's why we have a slow stream and a follow restriction. We purge them every day.
A whole lot of shit. So let me look at this here. So this is the to expose worm disinformation tracker.
How do you see the viewer versus chatter ratio that in the past used to show? Yeah, he has 7,000 subs with 61,000 people watching. I have 49,000 subs with 43,000 people watching. And you can always look at chatters as well. If you look at my current chatter count, and it shows it right here, there's 39,000 active chatters in my chat. Okay? There's 39,000 active chatters in my chat. 39,000 active chatters in the chat. Currently, 43,000 viewers totally. When you look at the percentage of active viewership versus, when you look at the percentage of active viewership versus like what the viewership numbers say, which was in the past one of the best possible ways. Yeah, don't let this distract you from the fact that you said he's probably watching me right now and he was literally on your metrics when you pulled it up. Exactly. Not only does viewership not prove whether someone is more correct than another person, right? Not only does it even not matter, and the only reason why they are trying to fucking lean into this argument is because the argument doesn't have any legs to stand on. Even on top of like the viewership, even on the viewership conversation that we might be having, he still very clearly has like boosted metrics. Where do you see the actual yeah, his shit skyrockets instantly, but where do you actually see the viewership to, yeah, look at his viewership ratio. Is 68%. Look at my viewership to users ratio, 89%. Do you understand? His has rarely ever been, his used to be even worse. His viewership before the bot purge, this is January 3rd for the record, his viewership before the bot purge was at 40%. So we know not only does the users to viewer ratio, make no mistake, by the way, the users to viewer ratio is not even the perfect metric to figure this out, because there are now newer bots that showcase that there's like, that there are newer bots that show that like they're also getting, to make it seem like there's a higher user to viewer ratio to begin with, as far as I understand. But if you look at this, for the longest time, for like the past year or so, if you look at all of his streams when he was peak botting, he had like a user to viewer ratio that was 40%. We literally knew Asmon was going to do this when we called out the bot following in mod chat 2 days ago. Yeah. Yes. He's been botting for a very long time. That disinfo account is making him sweat, yet he constantly relies on Hasan hate accounts for clips, but he can't handle the heat for 1 week. I know. Do I think he's doing it himself? No. I don't think he's doing it himself. I think someone is doing it for him. And I think he just, obviously, why would he fucking get mad if someone is just like botting him? It makes him feel good. Remember, this is a person who stopped streaming on his main Twitch page because he got embarrassed because he couldn't like play a video game appropriately. And he got yelled at so much. Asmongold is a very insecure person. He tries to present himself as like this bold, confident individual, but he quite literally stopped streaming on his main account because he was getting yelled at and humiliated for playing like a From Software game, I think, right? When he rage quit Dark Souls. And it's funny because like for all the shit that people say about me, like I burn through the anger. I've broken goddamn controllers playing From Software games. So he actually quit, or was it Final Fantasy 14? I don't know. But anyway, he just had like a nervous breakdown and stopped streaming on his main account for that reason. And then he slowly but surely built up his second account, the Zach Roar one, right? You are the only person keeping Asmon relevant. He has no real audience. It's all bots. Yes, I know. My chatters are brilliant. They totally understand how this kind of stuff works. You're right. Like, you do realize he still has like 30K viewers, right? Like, that's still a pretty fucking sizable right-wing sphere of influence on this platform. Like, it's still, he might actually have less real viewership than I do, but that doesn't change the reality that he still has a pretty significant amount of viewers. And he has a very popular major YouTube channel. Now, I don't know if he's botting his YouTube channel as well, but we at least have evidence that he is certainly fucking botting. Yeah, this was Slasher. Slasher said, Asmongold got made fun of for being bad at Dark Souls, quit Twitch, and came back as the world's most evil streamer. Making him relevant by showing us that pests like this exist? No, chatters. Unfortunately for many of you, you have the woke version of object permanence, like lack of object permanence. You know how we talk about like conservatives have no object permanence, and if I go like this, peekaboo, you forget that I exist. You do the same thing. I understand it's fucking annoying to talk about him or even see him or see his commentary, and it's very frustrating. But the reality of the matter is, just because you fucking shove your head in a sandpit and just refuse to recognize that Asmongold exists doesn't mean that he's going away. Someone has to actually fucking combat it. Someone has to combat his talking points. Someone actually has to contest his legitimacy in terms that a lot of these fucking freaks understand. This is a stupid argument to make regardless, because it has nothing to do with the actual policy. But unfortunately for many people on the internet, this is the one way that they test someone's legitimacy. So every now and then, when his audience comes in here to complain about how I'm always talking about Asmongold while he's literally talking about me at the same time, I have to show them something that maybe causes them to question whether or not this person is legitimate. That's it. Because that's the reason why many of them consistently talk about how Asmongold has a lot of viewers. Asmongold has a lot of viewers. You're coping. Okay? The reason why they're doing that is because it's all vibes for them. So when you actually showcase that the one metric that they're using to show how fucking correct Asmongold is also wrong, they start second guessing themselves. I do sometimes wish there were people that, in my community as well that had a similar perspective, that understood why I was doing this kind of thing. He's still very relevant in the MMO world too, which I'm sure many people here don't care about. He's still very relevant to a lot of people, unfortunately. Exactly.